Have you recently tried to start something new and seen your plans fall apart around you? Today we're going to talk about how many failures I've had and why you should keep going. Hey everyone, welcome back to Career Ending Opportunities. My name is Simon Knapp. Each week here on the channel we look for ways to change career and find personal and financial fulfillment in everything we do. So as a brief reminder, I left British Airways as a British Airways captain last July and I've been working for a contract airline ever since. Tomorrow I actually finally start flying, and so real life is kicking in and it's back to the idea of needing to change career just as soon as possible. Now, one of the things I've been doing to try and change career sooner is working on an augmented reality app. It doesn't have a name as yet, but the idea it's all about telling better stories using augmented reality. In late 2018, we started looking for funding for the app and for the service that it's going to be provided with, and unfortunately we just found out that the first attempt has failed. And it's another failure on a long list of things that I've screwed up over the years, so I wanted to take you through them one by one so that you can understand if you've had a recent failure, you're not alone and you've got to keep going. So to start off, the very first failure that I had in recent times at least was setting up a company called Jumpseat Aviation in 2008. And Jumpseat Aviation was all about placing pilots and contracting airlines around the world. The goal was to have a for pilots by pilots approach to an agency. Unfortunately, the project started in 2008, just months before the financial crisis, the Great Recession, whatever you want to call it. A massive downturn in aviation occurred. So I was trying to place pilots in an industry where there were no jobs. It didn't work. About 2 years later, I tried to set up Cherished Ideas. The goal with Cherished Ideas was that it was a freelance platform, much like Fiverr or People Per Hour or Freelancer.com. Some freelance platforms take 30+% away from the freelancer, which to me is disgusting, and I really wanted to overcome that and move forward to allow freelancers to have more control over their businesses. Unfortunately, with Cherished Ideas, I simply ran out of money to keep it funded. Also, the whole idea and the whole concept was based on ideology over market needs. So it was a great example of where I tried to make something that there was just no market for. The next item that I screwed up massively was trying to set up a dating service in 2017, 2018. We wanted to make something great, but we didn't have a unique selling proposition. We didn't have a USP, and it's such a saturated market that trying to find space in the dating market meant that you had to have a huge budget and a lot of funding behind you, which we simply didn't have. And there was one other app that I made that actually it never got released, and the idea here was called Flare, and it was for people that work for MLM, multi-level marketing companies, that wanted a nice, easy way to manage their leads. And it was sort of like an address book, a contact book, but it allowed you to specify if you'd given free samples or whatever you're working in within the MLM sphere. It was like a way to manage those prospective leads. And it never got released. So there's 4 examples of things that I tried to do differently, or I tried to break the mold from being full-time airline captain and wanted to do something different, but I created 4 products that were absolutely worthless. Do you see how easy it would have been to just give up? And so do you see how tough it was sat in the left-hand seat of a British Airways aircraft as captain and thinking, yes, I'm going to start this path of career change, including taking a contracting job in the Far East to help get myself down the road to that career change. I'm not a religious person, but I am well aware that my time on earth is limited. There is going to be a day where I'm no longer here. And I just struggle to think that I would be spending the best part of my life where I'm young-ish and healthy. I would be wasting those years working for someone else and being unhappy doing so. I just can't get behind living in a life that is unrewarding, unchallenging, just because it's comfortable and easy. Gary Vaynerchuk is always telling people you are going to die. So why waste the time that we have sort of treading water and being comfortable and not challenging ourselves and not making the most of what we can through fear of failure, fear of what people think of us? Why not just go out and do it and think, you know what? Screw everybody else. They really don't matter. This is what I want to do for me and my family. So I consider myself a successful failure. Really, the best bit about all of these failures is, as I mentioned in the previous videos in this series, the way that it develops you as a person, it improves your self-confidence, your knowledge in different areas, and generally makes you more accepting of taking risks and taking chances to achieve your goals. Without this string of failures, there is no way I would be looking to change career from a really safe position to a potentially really risky position in my mid-30s with a child and with a wife. Hopefully there'll be no more failures to report and it'll all be success from here, but I really wanted to sum this up nice and succinctly and tell you that if you are failing, embrace it, learn from it, let it build your confidence for the next thing you take on, because like everything, it's a numbers game. You know, Like everything, it's a numbers game. You have to fail enough times to get that success. Not everyone is an overnight success. Not everyone makes a huge success of the first thing they try. Lots of us have to fail repeatedly to build our skills and find the right thing to chase and the right goals to follow. So for the next couple of weeks, I'll be recording here in China, or at least destinations linked to the airline that I work for. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for staying and watching all of this video. Like I say, it's the end of the failure series. Let's move on to some positivity. I just wanted to address the potential for failure and how you can reframe it and make it more empowering for yourself. Thank you for stopping by. As always, I'll see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Take care.